led him down the corridor.
Wow, she's beautiful. I hope she's not hungry.
Then they were marching up the stairs to the gallery. I was waiting.
She probably flew to another bridge. At least it's the right direction to the Silent Peak.
Boy looked up at me, his lips moved. He said,
I tell you I didn't do it. The letter.
black hood over his head.
The letter, I didn't kill her. The letter, I tell you I didn't do it.
The trap. His heart.
This man is dead.
It was done. This man is dead. 5 golden guineas, the warden said.
Good work, Sam. Broke his neck.
I went out into the street. I was walking home. I felt real good. 5
Is it her at the
guineas.
top of the bridge?
A woman came up to me and said,
Are you Sam Jones?
Yes, that's me. What do you want? I haven't got time
You have time to listen to me, Hangman.
Who are you?
Look at me.
Ellen.
Yes, Ellen.
Why?
Wife no longer, Hangman. No mother either.
Eh?
No mother either, and you're the thing that's done it.
Oh, wait, what?
I tried to reach you. I tried to tell you. They said you wouldn't see me. What could I do? What could I do? Your hand did it. Yours, Hangman, yours.
What are you talking about, woman? What?
Nice, Tom Allen. My maiden name was Allen. Don't you understand? You hung Tom Allen.
Well, and so I did. What of it, woman? What of it?
Tom Allen, Hangman, was your son.
No.
Son, your son. You hear me, Hangman? Your son. You hung your son. You hung your son. Your son. You hung your son. Your son. Your son. You hung your son.
I began to run. Down the street. Away from her. Running. A man stepped out of the shadows. He stopped me. I couldn't see his face.
You killed my brother 7 years ago this night, Hangman.
I said, no. Leave me alone. I kept on running. A woman stopped me.
You hung my father, monster. You hung my father 11 years ago.
No, I said, no, let me go. I kept on running, but they kept after me, yelling, screaming. I kept on running. Faster. New voices joined them. I looked back. The street was black with hundreds chasing me, yelling, screaming. I'd hung their sons, fathers, brothers. The street was black with them, I tell you, and every one of them akin to one of the 777 that had felt my rope. Chasing me. Hundreds of them yelling, screaming after my life, wanting my blood. Hands outstretched like claws to catch me. Can't I let me stretch my eyes up. Running, mustn't catch me, no! That's the way I did it. Slammed the door, lost the pack of them. Every one of them, wives and sons and brothers of the 777. But they'll find me. They'll search me out, they're searching me out. Yes, they'll find me, that's why my finger's on the pistol. The mob won't get me, no, the mob won't get me. Funny mob they were. They're not bodies, just heads of people chasing me and yelling. They won't get me, no, they won't. When they find me here, when they knock on the door, I'll kill myself and... They're here outside the door. You won't get me. Not you. Yes, I hung your sons, husbands, killed your friends, lovers, but that's not all. I hung my son. You hear me? Hung my son for 5 guineas. Hung my son. Yes. Come in, all of you, and see me die.
And you mean to say he yelled out for you to come in and then he shot himself?
Yes, sir.
It's the ghost truth. I knocked on the door. He yelled, come in all of you and see me gone. And when I opened the door...
With the spotlight switched off, this makes no
And what
sense.
were you banging on his door for this early in the morning? What were you after? Esther nothing. I was looking for McDonald's. Isn't it so? I just knocked on the wrong door.
car can't work normally with the spotlight on. Good to know. No multitasking for Christine. Was supposed to walk the stairs? Titans? The view from up here is quite nice. I wonder why they never allow anyone to go near the structures. It's a good observation point to judge the terrible Woodville entrance crossroad. Decades ago it has been damaged by a mudslide, and still here we are.
With the unusual and fantastic. The National Broadcasting Company takes pleasure in presenting for a special series of Lighthouse broadcasts.
Lighthouse, everybody.
Tonight, Lights Out presents another psychological drama, a play in which the principal part is taken not by the character himself, but his thoughts. The voice you are about to hear is that of the thoughts of one Darrell Hall, accused murderer, sitting in a courtroom awaiting the return of a jury, which is to decide whether he is to live or die. And as he waits, the thoughts in his mind seethe and swirl.
Not guilty. Guilty. Father in heaven, why don't I stop thinking those words? Words so sure him of saying, guilty. Not guilty. Guilty. Not guilty. No, I've got to stop thinking of what's going on in that room. Surely, I've got to stop thinking. I get clear, I've got to figure things out. 20 more minutes. Yes, I remember. That night, Wayne and I were sitting in my room, talking about dreams. I remember he said, "Oh, come on, Joe, don't expect me to believe that one." Well, I'm certainly telling you the truth. A fellow with your imagination wasting his time teaching biology to a bunch of co-ed nitwits. No, sir, you should be writing fiction.
I assure you, my dear Wayne, I told you the truth.
You're really serious?
Of course I am.
You actually mean that in all your life you've never had a dream?
Yes.
Not even when you were a child?
My naughty. I've never had a dream in all my life.
Well, how do you like that?
I like it very well. I close my eyes, oblivious, and then I wake up. No nightmare hangovers for me.
Now, wait a minute, Darrell. Let me get this straight. You mean you've never even had a dream after, eating a Welsh rare bit at midnight or surrounding a dozen green apples or anything like that?
Believe me, Wayne, I've never had a dream of any shape, form, or description in all my life. A dream to me is just a word, something that happens to other people but not to me.
But everyone must dream.
Well, perhaps.
But it just so happens that my subconscious doesn't work that way. I tell you again, I have never dreamt.
Well, what do you know about that? Just unbelievable, I tell you.
Yes, that's what he said. Unbelievable. It's unbelievable that I never dreamt. Then after a while he went away and left me there. It was early. But I remember that somehow, strangely, I was very tired. I sat down in the easy chair. Oh, tired. Closed my eyes. I slept. Then it happened. A strange murmuring in my head. Yes, that's how it started. A murmuring as if in water.
I remember hiking around these satellite dishes with my dad. He told me they're space-related, but it's probably something to deal with Titans.
Their eyes full of horror, their white bloodless lips.
We never came this close. So there is enough power for only one tower to work, and the Wyvern is short-sighted. I need to lead only the closest one to her, one at a time. I got work to do. It involves me driving. I need to take passengers. I have nothing to store here yet.
This is Arch Obler bringing you another in our series of stories of the unusual. And once again we caution you, these lights out stories are definitely not for the timid soul. So we tell you calmly and very sincerely, if you frighten easily, turn off your radio now.
Miss Goddard, answer the phone, please.
Yes, Mr. Obler.
The switch is on the other side. God
Yes?
damn it. Who designed
Oh,
that?
yes, Miss Harrison. Here he is. Mr. Obler?
Yes?
Miss Harrison.
Oh, thank you. Hello, Joe. How's the Phantom Lady? Oh, yeah, am I in trouble? Well, the last light's out. I just don't know what to write about. Oh, no, I got plenty of ideas, but... Well, men dying in foxholes, and what am I doing? Thinking of fantastic... Well, thanks very much, but I still insist that I ought to be... Yeah, okay. Sure, I'll make this last one a good one, and then that'll be that. If I live through it. Huh? No, I was just talking to myself. I've been doing that rather consistently these last few days. Yes, I guess all those zombies and ghouls and lookaroos have finally caught up with me. Yeah, I know. 2 aspirins and a glass of water every half hour. Now look here, Miss Harrison, don't worry about me. I'll get the story written tonight if I have to talk to the devil himself to do it. All right, John, all right. Yeah, sure. Oh, fine. Call me back in an hour and I'll have some kind of a plot figured out. I hope. Give my regards to Norman. Talk to you later. Well, Miss Goddard, let's get to work.
Yes, sir.
What time is it anyway?
11:32.
Sorry I have to keep you working so late?
That's perfectly all right. I know you have to have that play done by tomorrow morning. I'm glad to help.
You're an angel. Huh, angel? That's a strange word to use here in this room where I've thought up so many demons and monsters. Tell me, or maybe you won't want to tell me.
What, Miss Obler?
Working with me on these lights-out plays, do you ever get frightened?
Well...
You don't you?
Yes, I do get frightened many times.
There was a time I'd have found that very amusing, but not tonight.
Is there something wrong, Miss Obler?
I don't know. Tell me, did you ever sit alone in a room at night and have a premonition? I mean, suddenly get the feeling that somewhere in the house, perhaps in the darkness in the next room, something was waiting, something of malignancy and evil? Ugh, what's the matter with me? If I keep on talking like this, they'll be using me as exhibit X in the psychopath. Jack Helman, ATL on the route. 2 hours, second. He commits the murder and he, Oh, what's the use? I can't write another one of these things.
Just a few towers left. Good. The Wyvern should be here soon.
the matter with me? Afraid to put it down on paper? What have I got to be afraid of? It goes. Over with. Outline of title undecided. Play opens in a cell of a monastery in the Middle Ages. A mystic is cowered in a corner of his room. Outside, a mob is clamoring for his life. It appears that a horrible crime has been committed in the village below. A horrible monster had torn a woman. It appears that this creature, brought into being through the incantations of the sorcerer, was the concentration of all the evil in men's hearts and minds. A tremendous force of fiendishness and inhumanity put into living flesh to roam the world and commit unspeakable A tremendous force of fiendishness and inhumanity put into living flesh to roam the world and commit unspeakable Well, dribble or not, there it is on paper. The own monster conceived in the own mind. Congratulations, Pop. Have it, the guy. Conceived in my own mind. That's what that crazy monk said in that book, Nat Wolfgang. I wonder who gave him that. Conceived in... What is that book, anyway? It ought to be... I even marked the page. And I say unto thee that if thou shalt be evil and do evil and think evil, and let thy mind rest upon this evilness in the light of day and in the darkness of night for 7 days and 7 nights, there may come into being a thing of evil, and it shall take the form of the evilness of thy thoughts. Written by a half-starved mystic more than 10 centuries ago, and Funny, I should have thought of those words tonight. I've been thinking about them for a week. Shall take the form of the evilness of thy thought. 7 days.
Just a few towers left.
Who's there? No. What's that? You in my mind. You're just in my mind. No. You don't exist, I say. I fucked up your dream. I said a dream. When I wake up. No, it is a dream. It's gotta be a dream. Come in, get me out of the stream, Come in.
Art. Well, don't you ever open doors anymore? Now, what's the big idea sitting in your
It's not a dream. It's
Hey, Art, what's cooking?
Eli, get out.
Oh, now, Art.
Don't stand there, look at me, get out. Can't you see it? Get out of here. What are you?
Hey, see in here what?
Behind you. Look behind you.
Well, there's nothing behind me but the wall. Hey, what is this anyway? A preview of...
Eli, get out of here.
All right, now let's have it. What is this, a preview of a new play? Boy, am I glad you're putting lights on after all.
Can't you hear him?
Who? Hear who?
Eli, behind you.
Behind me what? What's the matter with you anyway, Art? Don't you feel well? Keep staring back at me.
Must be a dream.
What's that dream? Are you tired? So what's the matter? The pink elephant's beginning to...
My brother! No, my brother, let go! You think to my brother! No! Eli?
Damn, she's going back to the bridge. This was too far for her.
Operator, please. Send police right away, my brother. Please, send police. My brother.
Yeah. How much time we got to go on this ship yet, Joe? Hold it. Here comes Frank Sinatra.
139 and 48. Go to Ventura and Rangwood. Drunk making a disturbance. Claims his brother ate by a monster. Squad 39 and 48. Go to Ventura and Rangwood. Drunk claims brother is off by a thing. KLTV signing out.
I tell you, Joe, this is true. My own brother, I saw it with my own eyes.
All right. right, so you thought. Now take it easy, young fella. You're in a bad
I
shape.
tell you, I'm not drunk. I'm as sober as you are.
Now, don't get funny.
You thick-headed fool. Look, it's there behind you.
What?
The thing, the monster. Look at it. Please, my brother, my brother.
Oh, I've heard of seeing snakes and pink elephants, but this is the first one I've seen this bad off, eh, Joe? Oh, you never can tell in the valley.
There, this is the two of you. Can't you see him? Can't you see him? Over there in the corner.
Hey, maybe we better take him down to the station, let him cool off in the can for a while, eh?
Yeah. Stop staring at me, the two of you. Why won't you believe me? Why won't you believe me?
Hey, Clarence, maybe this guy's on the level.
Oh, are you nuts, too? Something happened to his brother, there'd be someone around, wouldn't there? And there ain't nothing in this room.
What have I done? What have I done?
You've done? What do you mean?
I thought of the monster. 7 days and 7 nights I
See, Joe, the guy's nuts.
Let's find out who he is. What's your name, young fella?
What's your name? Quiet down now, what's your name?
Oh, what difference does that make? The thing is sister and grin to me. Why don't you see it to help me? Why don't you
Come on now, what's your name? Let's have it.
Over. Eva.
What's your business? What do you do for a living?
Eva.
Well?
Radio. I write radio. What's the difference?
Radio? Over. Say, ain't you the guy that writes them screwy lights out things Tuesday night?
Yes, help me. Please help me.
Joe? Why, this is the guy that writes them ghost things I was telling you about, you know, over the radio. Obler, the guy who always makes his cops Irish. You get it? It's one of them gags, one of them publicity gags.
Gag? Oh, you infernal...
Now, wait a minute, fellow. Watch your tongue.
I tell you, it's not a gag. It's here in the room. It has took my brother and... There. Can't you hear it? Can't you hear it?
Huh?
It's laughing. An infernal laugh. Listen to it. Listen to it.
It is later than you think. Okay, young fella, if it ain't a gag, you better take a bromo and go back to bed. Now listen, we're going to hang around for a while, so take it easy. Come on, Joe, let's get out of here.
No, wait.
Who is this?
Wait. Don't let me down. It's here, I tell you. It's here. Don't let me. What do I do? I gotta get out. I've got to get out there and find someone who'll believe.
So there is enough power for only one tower to work,
What?
and the Wyvern is short-sighted. I need to lead only the closest one to her, one at a time.
Don't come at me. Please.
Good luck to anyone who expects actual gas station services here.
Give me that gun, sir. That thing in the corner there. Won't you look at it? Won't you believe me? Give me that gun. Get away from me. The gun, I'll shoot it. I'll shoot it.
No, stand we are. Let's have it, Cross. You got it coming through that fur. They'll burn you for it. Sure as my name's Clarence McMinter, and I'd like to be the guy that pulls the switch. All right, right in here, sir. We've got 5 minutes. Yes, I know.
Okay. I've been waiting for her.
Got here as soon as I could. Looks bad over. Very bad.
What do you mean? I didn't do anything. I tell you, I didn't.
Oh, yes. I know. But, Obiter, you can't do a thing like that and just walk away from it.
Well, I've explained it to you. I've explained it to everyone 100 times, 1,000 times. Won't anyone believe me?
Now, look here, Arch. I'm your attorney. I want to help you. A great number of people want to help you, and we certainly can't do a thing unless you cooperate. Yes, that's what I said. Cooperate.
What do you want me to do?
Tell the truth. The whole truth.
I told you.
Yes, I know what you told me. A horrible thing that you conceived in your mind came to life and did a number of peculiar things.
One step closer to home.
You don't think that even the most stupid jury on earth is going to believe that nonsense?
You don't believe me.
Well, I've heard many peculiar alibis from my radio clients in time, but... Well, if you want to plead temporary...
But I'm not insane. I'm not insane.
Then let's hear a sane explanation of what happened that night.
I told you everything just the way it happened. My brother came home and...
Yes, I know. Your brother came into the room and was eaten up by this monster and then that girl. Oh, what's the use? Apparently you want to die.
I tried so hard to make you understand.
I've tried to make you understand that if you don't stop this infernal nonsense and hurry up and tell me the truth of what really happened, you'll either find yourself taking a one-way walk to the electric chair or wake up in a padded cell in an asylum for the criminally insane.
What?
fact of the matter is, they've already appointed a lunacy commission to pass on your case.
Lunacy?
Oh, see here, Arch.
Just a few towers left.
Let me talk.
Go right ahead. That's what I want you to do.
Maybe I am insane. I don't know. First I told myself it was nothing but a nightmare. That I'd wake up and find it had all been nothing but a weird dream that never really happened, but it's not a dream and no one will believe my story, not even you.
It's such an irrational story. How can you expect anyone to believe it? Now, take that part about your brother being devoured alive by this monster. It happened.
It happened just as I said it.
It's common knowledge that your brother is pre-induction vacationing up north with your mother.
He came back.
You and May are coming back. I sent your brother a wire to come back and bring your mother home at once. They ought to be here today.
My brother's dead.
Well, that's your preposterous story. This thing, this monster who's supposed to have committed all these crimes. Where is he? Where did he come from? Where has he gone to?
I don't know.
Did the police see him? No. Did anyone see him? No. Oh, Arch, if you're going to think up an alibi to save yourself, for heaven's sake, think up a better one than that one.
I'm not trying to think of alibis. I'm just trying to explain what happened to you and maybe to myself. I haven't believed much during my life. Except perhaps that somewhere there was a power that went beyond life and death. What happened to me isn't explainable any terms that you and I... But Mr. Gang, I tell you it did happen. I thought of a monster for 7 days and 7 nights in my own mind. And like that prophet of the Middle Ages...
One step closer to home.
Yet only I could see and hear it.
And do you see and hear it now?
No. That's what I can't quite understand. Perhaps the horrible thing only has life when I think about it intensely. Intensely? That's it. It only has life when my thoughts give it life. Like an idea. Don't you see, Mr. Gang? Like an idea only exists when you think of it. Your thought gives it life. And that's the way it is with that terrible... Listen, do you hear him? There he is in the corner. What? I tell you, he's there, don't you hear it? Blubbering and slobbering. I see him now, I see it. You see? I'm not afraid of you anymore, you hear me? I'm not afraid, I'll kill you, I'll kill you, I'll kill you, I'll kill you, I'll kill you. Over! God!
You've gone insane. You've gone insane. I tell you, all radio writers are crazy. I've had dealings with several of them.
Gentlemen, if you please, control yourselves. Please, Dr. Shimmy, put down that bottle. Are we a lunacy commission or lunatics? And you too,
I know not some gentlemen feel about this matter, but after all, we must come to a decision on this.
Just a few towers left.
Chairman of the Lunacy Commission, I feel that it is incumbent upon me to, shall I say, summarize the facts that they have been placed upon. First, it is an established fact that the murder and a very...
Good. The wyvern should be here soon.
the officer has testified very conclusively that our Chauvelin was there upon the scene of the crime, and that it was absolutely impossible for anyone else to have committed the murder.
In other words, the man whose mental state we are to determine is a murderer. Consider further then. Does he wear conventional shirts? No. Another fact. Does he participate in normal activities such as drinking, dancing, fraternal orders, and similar beneficial social activities? No. I pile fact upon fact. Have you gentlemen ever listened to his plays? What are some of the distinctive features of his voice? Strange voices. Whispering voices. You know, that gentleman always whispering voices. The voice. Gentlemen, I am of the firm opinion that we are dealing with a very definite case of dementia precox in its paranoidal form. But I do already right. My time and
Just a few towers left.
Oh my goodness. If there was only some way I could make them see the things I see. Mother, you believe what I told you, don't you? Eli. But I told
It was
you, Eli.
considered art in the
You're
old
like
days.
the others, you don't believe me, I know you
Artists are
don't.
still
You
spent
will
on
believe, I'll make you
diamonds.
believe. Stay here. Stay wherever you are, listen to me. I think of you, here, I think of you, I give you life, I give you life. You hear, Mother? You hear it does exist, it does? There, Mother. It's right behind you. Turn, see, believe. You see, Mother. You see it. I'm not insane. I'm not insane. No. My mother. Sing my mother. No. No. Not my mother. Not my mother. Not my mother. Not my mother. All right, all right. Hello. Oh, yes, John. Midnight already? Yeah, I've been sitting here very comfortably, and I finally thought up a plot line, and believe me, it's quite a brainstorm. I died. Sure, it's my final broadcast, so why not? No, I'm not gagging. Listen to me. You know, it's all about a monster that I conceived in my own little-bitty mind, and it comes to life. Honestly, I haven't had a Coke in hours. It's going to be one of those, crazy stories inside of a story. Now listen. The way I've got it figured out is this. Now, I'm supposed
One
to be
step
sitting
closer
here
to home.
thinking of this horrible monster, and suddenly I turn around and there it is, see? And my young brother comes in, and this monster eats him up alive, and then Mercy McCambridge comes in and Wait a minute, Jones. Hold it for a minute. I think someone came in. I imagine it's Bernie. I'll see who... Joan, listen. That thing.
I lived in Bright City for years, but never went to the sea. Now I can see what I missed. Around here. should switch it off, so she can see the lighthouse. It's done! The Wyvern will fly home now, and no one would be scared of her in the morning. I'm awesome! And I can finally return to Grind Rock to sleep.